As we praised the board of Manchester United for doing some good deals, like that of Buemo, who is set to obviously join Manchester United after giving us his okay, and rejected teams like Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, and Nottingham Forest. Matthias Cunha, who has already been announced as a United player, he's yet to hold that shirt number. The club of Manchester United should work a lot on the outgoings, because after getting in these two transfers, the rest will depend on who leaves. And I think the first player they're really looking to obviously set out of Manchester United is Alejandro Garnacho. And guess what? Fabrizio Romano went ahead, obviously drop a very big hint about Alejandro Garnacho and how it's confirmed that he's going to be leaving Manchester United this summer. I don't know what your thoughts are about it. What are your feelings like about this deal? But Alejandro Garnacho is set to leave and go from the club of Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name as usual, and thank you very much for obviously being one of us, and keep it United Matters channel in here. Now, who put out this story? Tier 1 journalist from Italy, that is Fabrizio Romano. His name has become a household name to many of you. And he said, Alejandro Garnacho will leave Man United. Decision confirmed on player and club side, set to part ways. Understand, staying in the Premier League, serious option with 3 clubs already keen after Bayern Leverkusen and Italian clubs calling. Now, Alejandro Garnacho is a very, very good player. And I think he has some huge potentials that are not yet unlocked. And I know them to get unlocked, he needs to find a manager who he's obviously going to be in good books with. But with Ruben Amorim, it obviously started off on a very bad note. You remember when he got him out of the squad when playing Man City, we went ahead and obviously won. You understand, him and Rashford were really not part of that squad. And the man known as Alejandro Garnacho looks like he's a troublesome man, and they failed to be at the same page with the manager of Manchester United, that is Ruben Amorim. Though he later went ahead obviously coming through and performed very well under Ruben Amorim, but what sparked off his departure again was after the UEFA Europa League final, because he was played off the bench, came out, put out a statement that never at any one point looked like good to the side of Ruben Amorim, and Amorim was like, this guy needs to leave. And remember David Austin putting out an article 2 days after that final was really played and United had lost to Spurs by 1-0, that Ruben Amorim sat the players and he told Garnacho that you are leaving this club. You are leaving this club. And I know one of the things that is going to hit obviously let United speed up this, it's because they don't have money, and you know, to it that they need to sell homegrown players to get in money, to get in players that the manager really wants. And if Garnacho had gone ahead to play very well, and maybe they had failed to get a reason to really show him the exit door, this time around he gave them the reason to show him the exit door from Manchester United. And what is that like? It's all about Manchester United getting in monies. And how much are they really looking at? £60 million. Remember, in the January transfer window, they also wanted to show him the exit door, but Chelsea couldn't bring in the £60 million. Napoli wanted to bring in like £41 million, you know. Atletico Madrid, who was around 40-50 million euros, and that was not matching the realistic evaluation of Manchester United. And I think, by the way, he's even more than that, as he's just 20 and is turning 21 in July this year. So that means he still has a lot on him, and we just have to look around and really understand that the lad really has all what it takes to see to it that all goes his way. But he's really a talented lad that we have to look at and see to it that he really gets to where he deserves to be. Now, club suitors, Chelsea is one of those. The Premier League clubs they're going to talk about. Chelsea, Arsenal, I think those are really looking at Alejandro Garnacho, and Garnacho is also wanting to stay in the Premier League. You understand? That is his first option. And Fabrizio is telling us of 3 teams. Chelsea, I think, is the most serious of all because they wanted to sign the player during the January transfer window. And the £60 million fee, they will have a lot of time to discuss about it. I don't know whether they will need the player to play in the FIFA Club World Cup or else they will wait and see that they really accomplish this deal. But on their ladder, they're really having very many other players they'll be looking at. Nico Williams is one of those. Rodrigo is another one. Muhammad Kudus is another one that Chelsea is looking at. And Rafael Yao. So, United will have to look through on who wants this player. Now, Arsenal is another one that has shown interest in Alejandro Garnacho. And I think Andrew Batha is also creating a very long list to choose the best from, because Garnacho, Nico Williams, Rodrigo, and very many others. When I was doing this story on the Rokani Media Football, I told you people that I don't think that he's the right guy for Arsenal, because for Arsenal, they need players like Rodrigo. They need proven players. I think if I'm Arsenal, I would die all in for a player known as Rodrigo. That is it, because he has the experience. He has won the Champions League with Madrid very many times. He has the La Liga on his name, and he decides games. So that's why I think Rodrigo is a better option. And for the amount of money that Garnacho is being wanted for, that is £60 million, I think Arsenal adds on like just £10 million to get in Rodrigo. And by the way, for your information, Rodrigo is still young. I think he's 23, 24 years of age, meaning that their age difference is like 3-4 years. So what do you do if you Arsenal? I think I go in for Rodrigo. But for clubs like Chelsea, I really understand that they want to build. That's what they're really doing right now. They want to build. You understand? They want to build. That is it. They want to build a team of youngsters, and maybe in 2-3 years, that team will come of age to compete for the Champions League, the Premier League, and so on. Because even this season, they competed for the league, not until in the last, I think, 10-15 games of the season where they fell off. But they had gone ahead to really put there a challenge to Liverpool and Arsenal. That is it for Alejandro Garnacho. Napoli is another one coming from Italy that want to sign Alejandro Garnacho. You know, Kvaratskhelia having gone ahead to leave, they're having to replace him. Victor Osimhen is leaving for Al Hilal, and obviously, it's really gonna be a very hard way to obviously juggle around with this. So we will be waiting to see who takes what and who takes what into this beautiful encounter in there. So that is all about Napoli. They also want the player, but they're like, we're getting you 50 million euros. And yet it is like, please, you have to get us like 70 million euros to really get you Alejandro Garnacho. Atletico Madrid, where United got him as a teenager and brought him to the United Academy, also want to take him back, you know, and they're working tooth and nail to obviously have him back. So with all those suitors around, it means that United will have to take its time to get the best offer of Alejandro Garnacho. And the beauty is that they had not gone ahead, obviously, give him what we call a hefty weekly wage. And I think it is around 50 to 70,000 pounds a week. Meaning that all these teams can obviously say we are getting £100,000 a week or £150,000 a week, and you can come and obviously kick ball for us. So your thoughts on Alejandro Garnacho to leave Manchester United are welcome in the comment section below. Your honest thoughts are hugely welcome in here, and thank you for being part of this beautiful channel. And we bring you the news from Manchester United only on the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having fun. It's a Sunday. Tomorrow in my country is a public holiday. It's a Heroes Day. So guys, thank you for doing what you're doing, and keep it up. Don't look anywhere any further. We out. Bye-bye, and see you when you see me. my mates. I love you. Die.